Hello, I'm Jake of the Retro Perspective, and I'm here with Mort from Mort's Moments.
Hello there, hello. Thank you for inviting me along to this event.
No worries, it's always a pleasure, and we actually met for the first time at one of these events, I think.
At one of the events,
Yeah.
and weirdly enough, we met because Chelsea, my usual camera person, was filming, and you went, "Hi Chelsea."
Yeah, I know Chelsea. So we've done one of these before where we've been round and filmed. So we're doing a similar thing today where we're interviewing a few people. And we've also got a hot and cold challenge which we'll be giving each other.
Yes, we're going to try and find an item and then give a clue to the other person for them to find the item.
So it's always fun to check out these things anyway and just see what we can find. So without further ado, I think let's go in and see what's in there.
Check out the event.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sure.
Anyway, mind answering a couple of quick questions for the event? Yeah, so don't be very quick. Just
about video games?
It could be about a lot of things. but you hate the video games.
I am. I am
Yeah.
here for them, yes.
You're here for the video game market, and
I think I am. I've joined a random queue.
You've joined a random queue.
It might be this, it might be nothing.
Well,
who knows?
We've seen the front of this queue in particular. This is for the people that don't like video games at all.
Oh, perfect.
So we haven't had a queue this long, and I don't think ever.
No,
I've never seen a queue this long. So.
Not even at the Marriott. I mean, at the Marriott, it's mental when it goes to the end of the building.
So I'm talking with
Jamie
from the YouTube channel.
That's the next show.
Twitch.tv, / Pass the Plunger.
And I'm the old man at games. And I'm doing a mixture of indie and retro gaming. It's great doing the real hardware, but sometimes the last thing you want to do when you get home from work is faff around with an OSSC or a capture card, trying to get the picture right.
I stream on Twitch, I do real hardware streaming, and I'm just playing through games I didn't play through as a kid, or games I did play as a kid, but after dying for the fifth time, got annoyed, never went back to it ever again.
Yeah, you actually
To get the
finished
hours.
them. I never.
I finished a lot of games.
I normally rage quit by about
Yeah.
halfway through.
I'll get through them eventually, but yeah.
And are you looking for anything in particular today?
Looking for PSP games. I'm a PSP collector. I really want to find Tactics Ogre on the PSP.
I'm looking for Metroid Dread, Link's Awakening on Switch, partly because they're not making physical copies of it anymore.
Looking for a PS3. I've got one already,
Yeah,
but it doesn't
cool.
work so well, so I'm going to get another one. My son wants Infamous 1 and 2 on the PS3 as well.
So you're looking for someone to do a new T-shirt for you?
Yeah, primarily. I'm at a retro game market, and my prime focus is a new T-shirt vendor. What is your prime focus?
I'm trying to find a game called Punky Skunk in the US. It's actually called Coolie Skunk in Japan. I'm after the Japanese version, but it's like one of those games that no one seems to have heard of. It's like insanely rare.
A modded console.
Yeah, modded to do what?
Just play on my HD TV.
So retro console cool.
Like a Sega Saturn or Dreamcast.
Well, everything I want now is over three figures, so.
It's expensive taste.
I'm trying to finish my collection, so I got like a couple of PSP games, like Phantasy Star Online. I think it's for the PSP. They said there are two, so I got the first part, and I need to get the second part.
Oh, nice, yeah.
I need to go through my list. I think I got all the God of War games, but I might be missing some of the PSP versions, like the Chain of Olympus.
Hopefully Mega Drive, but I don't know. I'm just interested in seeing what's around because I've never been to one.
Oh, you've never been to one like this before? Oh,
no.
That's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be in for a treat. We've had a quick look around. There's a lot of Mega Drive sellers, and I think I've seen a couple of consoles in there as well. So that's cool. And how about for yourself? With your very, very bright hair.
I know. I was coming along with him, having a look about probably 360 stuff, I suppose.
360.
Yeah, probably. That's what we've got at the moment.
Yeah, one game that got away that really annoys me, Chibi Robo. It's like £250. And
Chibi Robo.
Chibi Robo.
What's that on? I think I've heard
It's on GameCube. It's one of those kind of.
Yeah,
it came out pretty much at the end of its life, and it's just stupidly expensive. I wish they'd remaster it, but at least we've got a 1,000-year-old Mario remastered, so remade.
A lot of Xbox Original at the moment. I think that's a good platform to collect for because prices are quite reasonable as well. Crimson Skies is one I haven't got hold of yet.
Are you going for cheap, or are you going for like hidden gems that are a bit more expensive?
No, just a couple of cheap games really. So
sure.
And some Pokemon cards as well.
Nice.
Always.
I actually bring a list together because I always come to these markets and I go, where do I start? What do I want to get? Well, it's not really holy grail, but I'm after Mega Boost on PlayStation 1.
So these prices, are they kind of what you're expecting to pay?
Well, that's what I'm looking at the price. Yeah,
that's
if
a
it's
good
around
idea.
that price or cheaper, really, I'm cheaper than that. But
well, obviously
that's the main-
cheaper would be
I'll try
ideal.
and go for those ones. And some cheap ones, like Alpine Racer 3, it's like a £2 game. But I haven't really seen it around and I don't want to pay. I pay more delivery to get a cheap game. I'd rather get it here.
Yeah, definitely.
Normally in 64 for myself, that's my console. Also things like old computer game magazines, the manuals, anything like literature based around games as well.
Are you a magazine collector?
Oh yes.
We've got quite a lot of Nintendo, official Nintendo magazines.
Yeah.
But after two particular ones, so Bad Influence, they brought out 2 magazines, 2 issues, but they're really hard to get hold of. They're not on eBay, so that's ones we always after.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's definitely what I'm after. PlayStation, original PlayStation magazines.
Yeah, I've got a load of demo discs because I used to collect them each month.
Yeah.
Magazines take up a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's the weight. It's the weight as well.
Yes.
Like, I've moved house like 3 times in the past 3 years, and it's been a nightmare.
Just something that takes my fancy, really.
Yeah, cool.
Just like spending time around video games, interacting with people, meeting new people.
Mainly interested, how did you hear about this gaming market today?
Facebook, actually.
Facebook?
Yeah, one of the few times it does something useful in its
It
life.
did something useful, so that's cool. And when you saw it, did you have anything in mind of what you wanted to pick up
The
today?
main thing that made me want to come was the modded Game Boys.
Modded
I've had my
Game
own for quite a while.
Yes.
So you say you're more into retro games, like what sort of console we're talking?
Atari up until maybe Wii. I do play the newer games as well, but I prefer the retro games. Lego games, absolutely brilliant. One of the best I think is Lego City, especially on the Nintendo games because they have the Easter eggs.
Platformers, beat 'em ups, racing games. I play all sorts of games really.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. I started off on Master System, so I have a lot of nostalgia for that system. Like really good, especially the original Sonic. On that, I think it's actually better than the Mega Drive.
I actually preferred the Master System to the Mega Drive.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I like Metroidvania games.
Yeah, nice.
And I particularly like to play them on a handheld console.
Yeah, sure. I get that.
I prefer it to just play on a regular.
Yeah, there's just certain kinds of games where you kind of like.
It just reminds me of that time of playing on Game Boy. Or
Yeah, sure. So what are you playing there?
I'm playing Mario Kart Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Cool. And are these connected up? Yeah. So
Yeah,
you're
that's
playing
correct.
together?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's gameplay in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had a Switch, so I don't know.
You're missing out. It's like the ultimate catch-up console. I mean, I skipped the Wii U, so anything after the Wii is like a miracle. And here we are with the Switch and the ports and.
I think indie games are where it's at the minute.
Yeah, I do.
There's a lot of it. The only newer games I play are indie games.
Yeah.
Like a new one. Like I watched that State of Play the other day, and I was like, I don't know, I didn't grab it.
Tomb Raider Remastered is like the only thing I'm.
Yeah, look at all that's good. It's like I own it like 4 times and have a console.
We've done a bit
of
we did a bit of Baldur's Gate 3 just because I love D&D, but I think at the moment the trouble with the retro scene is it's getting harder and harder for people to generate content that's new and that hasn't been seen before. So I particularly felt a struggle to do that. And that's why I started diversing a bit more into the indie scene as well. So,
do you like Final Fantasy Duodecim?
You know, I never actually played that one.
That's one of my favourite games. Dissidia Duodecim.
Yeah, I
stupid name, but you know.
It is a stupid name. That's actually why I didn't play it originally when it came out. But I picked it up recently from Facebook Marketplace for £2.
Oh, nice.
It's not bad. Just for about 20 quid online. So
that's definitely a good price for that game.
I was lucky because I started off in about 2003, 4 when literally the stuff was being thrown away. So like I was lucky. I got things like I've got a couple of Amiga CD32s for £10 each from GameStation, and all my Atari Jaguar stuff was like £5 each. And I was just really lucky. So a bulk of it is just through luck, really. So it's just fortunate. And I just love talking about it, and I work alongside the Centre for Computing History in Cambridge. So I'm a volunteer there, so I actually go out and take my stuff on the road and use it to help raise money for charities and stuff. I do retro gaming in my village, so it's a really integral part of my life, really. I mean, most of my friends are now all related to the industry, but it's funny because, say, when we started off, it was a really nerdy kind of guy hobby. I remember even in the early days when we used to do gaming nights in the museum, it was guys, students, all male. But then slowly, as it's become bigger and bigger, we're now seeing a lot more ladies coming in, and it's just so much more diverse now, and it's just incredible. It's totally changed now. It's like no more a little nerdy hobby, but unfortunately, that also means that stuff's now in demand.
Prices,
and I haven't bought a great deal of hardware recently, I do tend to swap.
I haven't really bought anything in quite a while, but I've been sort of waiting until there's an event like this.
Absolutely.
But this is more as well. So this is an important social event for us because
we meet quite a few people up here today as well.
we both stream, and so we meet our other friends that are streamers here. So we've got a few coming down because they're a bit further north, and we're all meeting in the middle. We've come up from Cambridge today, and so we're all going to get together and swap a few bits. Got some gifts and things, so it's just lovely just to meet people who don't get to see them so often. So these are really important to us. It's a really good social event.
You're pretty close to the front now, so
It's
hope
going
you get
nice and
inside
quickly.
soon. And enjoy the day. And I hope
very
you
much.
see what you want and you actually pick it up.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Good day.